Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing some tactics. Now we're going to do something a bit different. I'm on Chess Tempo, which in my opinion is the best chess website for doing tactics. I recommend this website. I do tactics here all the time. And basically we're going to be doing some basic tactics for if you beginners are out there watching this video. Maybe tactics aren't really your thing. We're going to go over all the different tactical motifs you can find during people's games. So also it's kind of like a teaching how to use chess tempo. So you can set your difficulty to any how hard you want it. We're gonna go easy just for today, and you can change the set. These are certain things you can do, your tactics. They can be from blitz games, they can be mixed. I recommend the themes and motifs one for beginners, especially, and it'll have all these motifs. I think you go tactical motifs, and it has all the all the stuff with tactics here. And we're gonna go over a lot of these today, and how to solve certain tactics like these. So we're gonna start off with this advanced pawn one, and basically, which means that the pawn is advanced and you're trying to promote it. So I guess we're just gonna try and do that. Now, I noticed the king is already protecting the pawn, so we don't have to worry about losing this pawn if I can go rook b1. And the point of this move, rook b1, is I'm threatening to promote. So rook b1 should be correct, and it's forced to sack. Now you should be careful sometimes. These two connected pawns, they can be dangerous. Now, I don't know if this is actually winning or not because of these two connected pawns, but maybe it is because you can check from behind trying to stop these pawns, and while you can try and win this pawn. Now, that's basically what a advanced pawn is. You're just gonna try and promote your pawn. Now, I know this pawn's already very far up the board, and my king is starting to take this pawn. So I'm just gonna do that, and once I get there, now I'm trying to stop it from checking, from promoting. So I'm gonna, I see this is the only way to stop it, which is to check the king. And the point is, if something here, I can go queen f3 or queen h1, and king f1 just walks right in front of the pawn of king g1. Then I have this move queen a7, which stops the pawn for the time being. And worst case scenario, you can always sack your queen for the pawn, because I noticed that I can win this pawn and I can promote that. So I'm gonna be done with that for now. We're gonna change the set, go themes and motifs, and let's do attraction tactics now. By the way, this is an alphabetical order of the different tactical motifs. Again, this is what most of beginners are gonna be seeing in their games. So this is gonna be attraction, which is, I don't really know how to explain it in the best way, but the point is you're gonna be it basically force a piece to go somewhere else, so you can solve a certain tactic. It's it sometimes has to do with a sacrifice where you can force a piece, you can sacrifice a piece, let's just say the queen, and you can force the king to do something. That way you can get checkmate, or you can win the queen back with a bunch of material, stuff like that. So I can already see. Now I know this knight takes f7 attacks the queen, but after knight d4, knight d8, black has moved knight c2, and if I move the king, knight takes a1. So I want to get rid of this queen out of the way, but if I just go somewhere here, black's just gonna save his rook, and immediately I see a forcing move. So I notice if I can take, after king takes, I can still do this, and then this time it's a fork. So it's black's forced to go there. So something like that. So we're gonna do one more. King f3. Now immediately see, so the theme of all of this is you're forcing a piece to go somewhere so you can solve something else. Now I notice my rook's under attack, but I also see the king is pretty weak, and so I'm obviously looking for moves like rook h3, maybe even rook f2. So if king takes, queen f4, that's the first instinct. And sometimes you gotta like flip your move order. So now I can see that I can actually take this pawn. And at points after king takes, you gotta go, you can go rook f2, and that's actually checkmate. Okay, we're gonna do one more demonstration. Now this one, it's a little bit, tricky, but, not really. I mean, it can be a bit tricky, so I also notice, like, queen f4 is, already there on the board. And the point is, if, like, something like king h3, I can go queen g4, king h2, and queen h4, because, and the reason why I looked for queen f4 is because I noticed this rook was cutting off the king. And so if I get my queen on h4 or somewhere like near, then it should be checkmate. So I'm gonna go queen f4, and after rook g3, I can take, but after f takes g3, things can get a bit complicated. I also notice after queen h4, the king can't go anywhere after rook h3. So maybe that's also something to consider. Maybe I'm gonna go queen h4, and after rook h3, I can win the knight, but I don't want to allow a perpetual check. Now, so this is requires like a lot of calculation. So queen f4, rook g3, and perhaps you can or perhaps sorry. So perhaps after this you can actually take, and the point is after this, now you can go here, which is actually wrong. Oh wait, I completely forgot. So in this case, I actually forgot. You can actually go rook h1 here, and after king h1, you can go queen h3, and that's actually checkmate. See, I looked at this earlier, but I forgot that the king can't go to g1. So that's like an attraction tactic. So you force the king to go somewhere, so you can then check and like checkmate the king. Now we're gonna look at another set of like tactical motifs. Let's look at back rank checkmate. So this is when the king is on the edge, like on this back rank here, and the point of back rank make is you're supposed to checkmate the king on the back rank. Like the back rank, I can see it's very weak. I cannot promote because of this, and that actually checks my king. But I noticed that after rook c1, white only has one square, and like a lot of people will be thinking, oh, bishop c6 just forks the rooks. But after like bishop e4 check, that's not, unfortunately that doesn't like, yeah, we lose. Unfortunately that does not win the game, because we can just trade off bishops. And even after rook c1, king g2, bishop c6, like after like something like, let's say rook takes b2, white should be totally fine after like bishop f3, king f3. Maybe even like a little bit better because of this passed pawn we have. But I notice after rook c1, like sometimes you'll see this bishop go to f1, which is actually really nice, and you're like, oh wait, yeah, now we can just move it out of the way, check. But we have something even better. Not promoting because the rook and the bishop are both, but bishop h3, and it's actually checkmate. You'll notice like in the pawn structure like this, a light squared bishop here is sometimes lethal for like an attack because it restricts the king's movement and also allows for stuff like back rank. Now, what could also be a back rank is this pawn formation, and we can just get a rook or a queen on the back rank. Now, I immediately notice like this bishop is defending this rook. So my first instinct is rook takes d3. After this, queen f1. But after rook d3, white can throw in this move knight b6, and after king b8, maybe something like queen e5 check, or saving the rook and white should actually be totally fine there in that position. So, and then I'm like, okay, I can see, I can get my rook over here if I can like force my bishop, force the bishop out and get rid of the rook. And how can I do that? I gotta sack the queen, and now this opens up a pathway for me to go all the way down. And that just won the game. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Okay, so f7. Now, this is gonna be... Now, this is actually a very tricky one. So, most in people's instinct, my first instinct here was rook to b8. But after rook b8, maybe white can jump the knight and force the promotion, and black cannot win. Now, what are you thinking? And now you're probably thinking, wait, why are we looking to win the game? We should probably be happy with the draw. Now, we do have two rooks versus these two minor pieces, but these passed pawns make it very dangerous for us. And now, like, how do we have back rank here? So, remember what back rank was. The king has to be on literally the back rank. How can we force the king? Now, we can go here, but then white can defend with the knight. How do we force the king on the back rank? That's the only move. Now, you have to... Now, the only reason you see this, you have to see the next move. Now, if rook check, king there. So, rook check is a big threat, but how do we force the king to, like, not be there and to force on the back rank? You have to do that. And now, now rook b1's a mating threat, so you gotta, like... So you can't go rook b1 anymore, but you can go anywhere else on the back rank. Now, if rook a2, maybe, like, I think rook a2 should be fine. I can also go rook e2. So, let's see. I think rook e2 is probably better because of the, like, you stop this idea of blocking, basically, with the bishop. And now, rook e1 check, rook f1. So that's kind of complex. So now we're gonna go to next themes and motifs. We're gonna go blocking tactics, which I think you have to like a certain piece is gonna be blocked by something. That's like the best definition I can give. Sorry, my definitions aren't very good, but I'm trying. Now I immediately notice this king is in the center. Like, we gotta checkmate this king, right? Now, if queen e5 check, like, the king runs. The king runs over here, and I don't have any more useful checks after queen e5. So, but I also notice queen e5 can be a big threat if the king can't go back. So we gotta, like, somehow defend against that. Now, once I see that, I know it's bishop g2. And the whole point of the blocking tactic is your own piece blocks you from moving your king, or like basically creating a huge threat. So right now this bishop is blocking the king from going back, and now I can go queen e5, which is checkmate. We're gonna do one more, h2. So now this tactic, it's kind of difficult, but if you look at the blocking thing, then if you like follow that, then you should be fine. Now, first instinct, you gotta push the pawn, right? And after f king and g8, then knight f6 is checkmate. After g7, king h7, though, you don't have knight f6 because of king g6. And you know you can take the rook, but then white promotes and black promotes, and black should be fine. Now, but g7 would work if not for king h7. So we can't make the king go to... We have to like block out that h7 square. So we found like our blocking square. Now you're probably thinking knight f6 defends... Knight f6 defends that so we can go g7. But then h1 promotes. So it has to be a forcing move. And then I see this. The point is, rook h7, if king g8, you had knight f6 check, king f8, and rook f7 checkmate, or pawn g7, which is actually winning. And now it forces the knight to come back, and now you can do this, and knight h6, which defends that square, so it's checkmate. Now we're gonna do one more tactical motif. We're gonna do like capturing defender. Now, capturing the defender, which is basically, it's kind of self-explanatory. You're capturing the defender of a piece so you can win that piece. So I can see, okay, I can just capture this, but after this, something like bishop f2, and that position's actually not so easy to win. I would say maybe black is better because black has this bishop, black has these pawns, and I know it's like I'm also attacking this, and this is defending that. So if I can get this, I can also win that. So check. This is actually check against the king, and now I can take that, and I'm up a full rook. We're gonna do one more. Now, in this position, this is a bit harder. Now I'm looking for moves like queen f8 check, because this, it's like there. It's check after king h7. Now I notice this is defending that, so I want to checkmate it. Now, like after queen h8, king h7, you can see this line. So, like you're trying to envision like queen g7 checkmate, but so like the knight is defending the g7 pawn. Oh, that was a complete accident. So okay, so let me try your best not to look at the solution. The solution's on like the right, but the point is this knight is defending g7. So you're probably thinking rook e1, rook e8, but then you don't have this rook on this line anymore. So you have to use your other rook, which is rook e1. And the point is the knight can't be like, you can't defend this and this at the same time. Let's just make like a random move like this. You have rook e8 check and queen g7 checkmate. So we're gonna do one more to end the day, I guess. Now, I know this, I see this, and I see the knight's defending the bishop, and I can see I can take the knight, and so you gotta go for a knight. Now let me just go back one move. If bishop takes g5, I gotta take the queen, and normally like you would take on h4 or take on c1, but that's actually check. That's actually like a different tactical motif called like Zwischenzug. It's an in-between move. So then once like what black's forced to take, then you can take that bishop that's over there, and you're up a piece. After queen c6, I can just take with this. If queen e7, then you gotta be careful. Like your rook e8 here, and that's a skewer. And anyways, that's all for today. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope this was instructive for maybe beginners that are trying to get better at chess, that are watching this video. I recommend Chess Tempo. Like I said in the beginning, I recommend Chess Tempo for tactics. And I suggest looking at these tactical motifs because there is a lot of tactical motifs. And I couldn't cover all of them because they're just too long. So maybe I'll make another video covering these tactical motifs. And yeah, that's all for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you're new to this channel, you can hit that like and subscribe button. And I'm out. Goodbye, everyone.